So at the end of the last session, here's our portfolio curve. We're almost about negative $600. And the big issue we found was that we had the same ticker for most of the trades in our portfolio. We had 48 trades, 8 trades a day, 6 trades a day. We're trading a little bit too much. So we made some changes here, and we ran the pipeline again for November, ran the runner. And so look, we're about $350 down, which is good. We have nice ticker diversity. And we see in our volatility regimes, this is the market regime, we have volatility, expansion, volatility, and then we have these sideways high vols. And our report cards. Now, in this third, after we made some more changes, we've cut our losses down to less than $100, which is really good. And we've maintained our diversity of tickers, a little too much Apple in there. But we also have these more detailed regimes. Okay, we have sideways low volatility, flat high neutral, and then sideways high vol. But what we're getting at is that we're looking at Acropolis too small and too narrow. It has much wider ramifications, and it can be built up into something we can trade or use to trade, use to make. So the way to improve portfolio performance is to really understand what's going on in our portfolios. And so one of the things that's the most common sense thing to do is to develop notebooks for people to study. So with Acropolis, we can go into a university, undergraduate, graduate, any level, and start teaching volatility. There's 10 exercises in this notebook. There's 5 simple exercises. There's 3 complex exercises, and there's 2 headache class exercises in here. And so as the students work through the notebook, they're working with a live system on real data, and they're working with the market. And who doesn't want to make $1 million on Wall Street? So here's the historical volatility and the implied volatility in the first quartile, low, the number of trades, the average ROB, average P&L, and the win rate. And so when we work with these different numbers, we can construct better trades. So this is really what the quants are doing. And they go to school for this, and they pay big bucks for this, and this is not easy stuff. But when you have win rates of 100%, as we do here, we want to know what these implied volatility ranks are and keep those 100% coming. But let's zoom out even further, my friends, because we can make course notebooks. In addition to the 10 volatility exercises, we came up with Acropolis Risk Management Studies notebook. And this is the outline for the notebook, and we can actually build these. Acropolis Z-score mispricing. All right, that's graduate statistics. Other notebooks for common use. And so what we want to do is use Acropolis as the backbone to unite all these different departments: data engineering, machine learning, and the multidisciplinary capstone. So we can do data science notebooks specifically on pipelines, feature engineering, and all these things can be done with the same underlying software here. But let's zoom out even further. There's mathematics, the structure and geometry of these deals, of the contracts, of the spreads. We can go out even further. We can do this undergraduate and graduate economics. Here's the why. I'd be happy to email this document to you. The statistics and applied probability, operations, research, and industrial engineering, capital allocation problems, multiple objective trade-offs. We do this when we're trying to balance our portfolio. AI and machine learning, beyond data science. There's computational science, scientific computing, and then there's just plain Jane information systems. It can go into law and policy because there's a lot of questions about algorithmic accountability, financial regulation, as well as ethical automation, financial technology regulation. Okay, this is a perfect playground for that, where we can design non-technical exercises for people. Philosophy and ethics, education, shows you how real systems are built. One system, many disciplines. The whole university can use 2 or 3 systems or just one called Acropolis. Public policy, government analytics, risk modeling, stress testing. Acropolis can do all of these things. Okay, so we're at the beginning, and we're really looking a little too shallow when we're stuck in here. Although this is important, because when I have 100% win rate and my P&L had one trade, there's a 50% return rate on this one trade. How do we find more trades like this? Acropolis lets us do those things. It's very interesting from a couple different angles. Thanks for your time.